2024 is another fulfilling year for the Department of Transportation as we witness various milestones and accomplishments. As the year draws to a close, let's take a quick look at these milestones that we achieved together. This year, the DOTr has been fulfilling President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s Full Speed Ahead directive to build better, more. With Transportation Secretary Jaime J. Bautista at the helm, the DOTr strengthened its partnerships with the private sector to keep the momentum for sustained transformation. The department's record of key accomplishments starts with President Marcos Jr. leading the inauguration of the LRT-1 Cavite extension last November. An early Christmas gift for passengers, the extended rail line makes the daily commute of LRT-1 commuters easier and faster. DOTr's efforts using the public-private partnership method also led to significant strides in the aviation sector. In September, we witnessed the turnover of the Ninoy Aquino International Airport to its new private concessionaire, the New NAIA Infrastructure Corporation. A month later, another successful result of the PPP was the signing in October of the Laguindingan International Airport Public Concession Agreement with Bautista Infra Capital. Scheduled for signing is the concession agreement for the operations of the Bohol-Panglao International Airport, also to Bautista Infra Capital. We will also sign a Transaction Advisory Services Agreement with the International Finance Corporation on how best to modernize the airports in Dumaguete and Siargao. These projects will modernize our major and regional airports, providing interconnectivity and seamless travel experience for air passengers. In the maritime sector, the Philippines was again included into International Maritime Organization's whitelist in May, affirming the country's reputation as a major provider of world-class Filipino seafarers in the global maritime industry. President Marcos likewise approved in November the purchase of 40 fast patrol crafts from France for the Philippine Coast Guard to improve its maritime capability and response. The Chief Executive also led in April the inauguration of the Batangas Port Passenger Terminal Building, hailed as the largest and most modern passenger terminal building in the country. The 1.5-hectare facility can now accommodate up to 8,000 passengers from its previous 2,500 passenger capacity. Meanwhile, the road sector's public transport modernization program has recorded over 155,000 consolidated units nationwide, reaching over 83% of the franchise consolidation process until the April 30 deadline. The agency is also aggressive in promoting active transport. To date, DOTr has established almost 900 kilometers of bike lanes nationwide, including end-of-trip facilities for cyclists. Meanwhile, the EDSA busway has proven itself to be an efficient mass transit system along the country's busiest thoroughfare. The project has recorded more than 51 million ridership for its operations. At the forefront is DOTr's Special Action and Intelligence Committee for Transportation, which enforces traffic rules while securing the efficient operations of each station. In the pipeline of the four transport sectors are big-ticket infrastructure projects, targeted for partial operations and eventual completion in the coming years. In the railway sector, we have been constructing railway networks into metropolis and adjacent areas that will usher in the Philippine railway renaissance. The North-South commuter railway system viaducts between Bocaue and Balagtas stations in Bulacan was connected in October. Currently, the 147-kilometer rail line's progress is pegged at over 51%, with construction progress at more than 23%. Partial operations are expected by late 2027 or early 2028. At least 6 tunnel boring machines for the Metro Manila Subway project are simultaneously operating. The country's first-ever underground railway system is expected to partially operate in 2028. Construction works of the MRT-7 are on schedule for its partial operation in the fourth quarter of 2025. Partial operations will cover the first 12 stations, from North Avenue Station up to Quirino Station. Upcoming rail projects for implementation soon include the MRT-4, Subic-Clark-Manila-Batangas Railway, and Mindanao Railway. Meanwhile, the Philippine Railways Institute continues with its mission to produce globally competitive human resources needed in implementing the country's railway systems. To date, the PRI has produced 3,300 trained personnel out of the 3,700 rail workers. We are also strengthening the aviation sector by modernizing key regional airport hubs such as the Bohol-Panglao International Airport, Calibo Airport, Puerto Princesa Airport, as well as Iloilo and Davao International Airports. Meanwhile, the maritime sector has been relentless in upgrading numerous seaports and ensuring coastal communities are competitive for trade, investment, and tourism. In the road sector, the Davao Public Transport Modernization Project is also in full swing. The high-quality bus-based transportation system will cover a 672-kilometer route network, serving 29 interconnected routes. President Marcos Jr. witnessed the signing of the civil works for the DPTMP as highlight of the DOTr's 125th anniversary celebration in February. A three-city celebration marked the DOTr's 125th founding anniversary, which consisted of a series of Bagong Pilipinas town hall meetings in Mindanao. Secretary Bautista and other DOTr officials led the activities on February 4 to 7 in Laguindingan in Misamis Oriental, General Santos City in South Cotabato, and in Davao City. Aside from big-ticket infrastructure projects, we continue to promote transparency and good governance. The DOTr was recently recognized for the 8th consecutive year as one of the top requested and performing government agencies in the Freedom of Information electronic portal. Meanwhile, Secretary Bautista received the Management Excellence Award during Business Asia's 23rd anniversary after being chosen as one of the Philippines' top 100 most powerful and influential Filipinos. Secretary Bautista was also among the best-performing cabinet secretaries under President Marcos Jr.'s administration, according to a survey conducted by the ARPA Mission and Development Incorporated. The Department of Transportation is committed in its mission to complete the government's transport initiatives under the Build Better More Infrastructure Development Program by expanding the connectivity and geographical coverage of the country's transportation network for the benefit of Filipinos. Once these projects are completed, it will present opportunities for our countrymen, from social and economic benefits to reasserting an enhanced vision of a comfortable, accessible, safe, sustainable, and affordable travel experience for all. This is the way forward to a transformed Philippine transport system, raising to globally standards our transport systems towards a Bagong Pilipinas.